miraculous deliverance had gone practically unnoticed. For the first time in his career, William hadn't minded the fact his martial efforts might be overlooked. He had been grateful enough to have reached the temporary sanctuary of the woods. The ancient forest proved to be scored with treacherous ice-choked gullies and reamed by swift boulder-strewn streams. The gushing water turned their blood to lamp oil as they waded, teeth bared, to the uncertain sanctuary of the far bank of the little river Piddle. The dwindling band of survivors shivered in their saturated rags, steaming breath hanging in lazy halos about their frozen heads, knowing in their bones their loud-mouthed captain had it right, but hating him a little more just the same.
Move on, you proxy horsens! You're free sitting there. You'll never wake up again. Do you want your damn share or not?
The orphans of the forest hardly heard him. They melted away by ones and twos into the brittle undergrowth, or cast themselves down in the feather-bed snowdrifts, unmoved by William Sparrow's savage encouragements and fanciful promises. Not even the prospect of grabbing their share of the treasure they had carried at such back-breaking cost could tempt them from their murderous slumbers. They lay down as if they had gotten home at last, locked their fingers beneath their cold-clouded heads, and closed their eyes forever.
There's a charcoal burner's hut along the way, Captain William. Zor!
The half-daft herdsman who had volunteered to guide them called, gesturing towards the cold heart of the woods. Sparrow took his suggestion, urged the company to make one more march.
Charcoal! We'll have a fire tonight!
Sparrow roared, tugging his coat about his red neck and stamping past the stragglers toward the front of the miserably chilled caravan. The very thought of a good blaze was worth another half-mile, and then another.
Well, where's this damned hut?
Sparrow asked dangerously, fists clenched in the herdsman's threadbare lapels.
Well, it was here the last time I came this way. Zor, my God, 'twas!
The charcoal burner's hut was half hidden beneath the hanging branches of a vast oak, the turf roof camouflaged by an enormous bank of sculpted snow. Billy Butcher spotted the frail lifeline of smoke which hung like a dried eel skin above the craftily hidden den. The beady-eyed charcoal burner hopped and hawed as Billy prodded him out on the barrel of his fowling piece, sooty fingers clenched to his ragged sheepskin as he eyed the truculent intruders.
We can't all pack in there, Will. There's no room to swing a rat, let alone a cat.
Butcher, their cockney sharpshooter, cried.
We'll take turns.
Sparrow growled.
Turn an old man out his home, would you?
The woodsman wailed, tears sparkling his smoke-rimmed eyes. The swineherds meant to shoot him, that was for sure.
Hold your water, Grandfa,
Sparrow advised, peering around the snowy clearing, trying to imagine what fantastical shapes lay beneath the virgin drifts. He cocked his head, pulled the raised collar of his coat down from his raw ears. He could have sworn he'd heard.
Bling now! Chickens!
Billy Butcher squawked, leaning his fowling piece by the door to drop back inside the hut. The charcoal burner seemed to shrink inside his greasy sheepskin, apparently resigned to his imminent execution. Butcher emerged from the confines of his home, clutching a brace of flapping fowls in each fist.
Back you go, hold on, and get those fowls roasting,
the heavy-set warrior ordered. The charcoal burner raised his sooty eyebrow in defiance.
Breakfast for 40, is that it?
He sneered, defiant to the last. He had imagined he would have escaped the soldiers' attention, this far away from civilization. Damn him if they hadn't sought him out in the depths of the forest, in the middle of the worst winter he could remember.
If you can run to it, we've coin to pay for it,
Sparrow replied, clapping his dirty palm to his bulky chest and silencing his jeering companions for a moment. The charcoal burner could have sworn he'd heard the faintest calico-cushioned tinkle of coins.
Is that a fool you take me for? Get inside, you'll get your money.
They had plenty of it, sure enough. A smoke-blackened stick served as chalk and compass, and a few square feet of snow did for a map table. John Gray, the bullet-headed seaman, scraped his way this and that, transferring the charts he kept between his red raw ears to the snow-covered forest floor.
We've gone 20 miles out of our way, he reported. We must be somewhere north of Wareham, by my reckoning. Wareham Forest, the herdsman says.
Sparrow agreed.
But at least we've thrown the King's men off our track. Nobody could have followed us through that lot,
he said, nodding over his shoulder at the silently packed trees.
We've damn near lost ourselves, let alone any fool who cared to follow.
Gray jabbed his stick into the empty space below his fanciful network of roads, ridges, and coastline.
The coast road must run that way. Corfe, Wareham, Poole. We've got this far, and glad we are for it. But we're not walked straight into Poole without so much as a buy or leave from the King's men, nor the garrison for that matter.
We daren't wait here, John, Sparrow said quietly.